Hey, good people. Welcome to this week's Coffee Circle. Grab your coffee because we're in a treat for this week as we discuss what are you carrying that you were only supposed to place. Let's get into it. What have you been carrying mentally because you haven't decided where it belongs as of yet? The things that are circling, the things that come up and they go off and they come back. You're carrying it. It keeps showing up as luggage that needs to be placed somewhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be placed in the right drawer, in the right room even. It's just saying I'm here and I'm tired of drifting. Where you gonna put me at, friend? What has really helped me lately is when I recognize it, acknowledging it. And then I start saying, okay, well, where would it go? And when I find myself over questioning it, then I say, let me just put it here. Let me just put it here. And I parked it. I acknowledged it. But what Elizabeth would do is I would put it there and then I would forget about it. So that's where I had to get certain SOPs in certain rooms to say, I'm placing this here in this room. I'm unsure if it should stay here or not, but I want to acknowledge the seed and give it its proper acknowledgement by giving it a placement. 9.2578 times, I put it in the right room. It's my brain trying to manage everything and immediately versus saying, okay, let's use context clues. What is this thing? What is the main subject of it? What is the main house of it? Number one, is this business? Is this ministry? Is this I am Elizabeth Frazier life? Is this a headquarters operating system? And when I think about that, then it helps me to direct it to where to go. So all of the ideas, all of the I have no clue what I'm doing, which are a lot, are not necessarily those things. They just want somewhere to go. So developing a system, whether it be a sticky note system, if you haven't developed SOPs, it's just a start. It's just a way to get the seed out and to get it a placement that you can maneuver later. It may be an app on your phone where it's like a note and you pin that note to say, this is for August 24th, 2026. Do it on a weekly basis, a daily basis, however you have to break it down. It may be the dry erase board that you have. It could be a voice note to yourself and you send those. However it is, figure out what type of learner you are, number one, what type of organizer you are. And if you're like, girl, I'm not an organizer, that's why I have opportunities now, then just start with something and then as you utilize it, tweak that. I noticed that this week I was able to have a lot clearer thoughts because I parked all these things on this one note that I pinned and then I reviewed it. I set an alarm to review it on Friday nights or at the end of the day and properly house what needed to go. I noticed that having that note with everything on it was way too overwhelming for me. I just couldn't even function. So instead of doing that way, I'm going to do this way. I noticed that the sticky system worked, but I kind of pulled an Elizabeth and then I found stickies everywhere in baskets and binders and notebooks in my car, in my purse, in my wallet. And clearly the sticky note system is not for me unless I'm gonna get a cute piece of washi and put it in a notebook and be like, look at it, Elizabeth, look at it, Elizabeth. We all have our set styles, but and if you don't, it's developing. I still am developing some things and it's okay. That's how you idealize it. That's how you may maximize it. However, whatever your version is, that's how you make it feasible, attainable, doable for you. And that's what's most important. What changes when capacity literally stops meaning I can handle more and it changes to I know what deserves my attention now? Because those are two separate things. Yeah, I can handle a lot. I can handle a lot. I really can. I will say that I can handle a lot. But what I've been deciphering lately is what am I really supposed to be handling right now? And what can I handle right now? And that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're failing. It doesn't mean you're losing your sauce. It actually means you're strengthening your sauce because your sauce is becoming much more, what is the word? Exclusive. It's specializing in this time and this frame. This is what I'm giving. And I'll just give you an example. yesterday I processed Bible study reflections. I showed up, but mentally I was listening to notes and studying, and I was like, I can't. I just, my brain is like, I can't right now. I don't have the mental capacity to eat the word, to marinate on the word. I just can't. And it was okay. I put it aside. I put a note that that still needed to be done in my headquarters, and I continued on with what I could have capacity for and what needed my attention at the moment. And I know when I go back to it, I'll be at the right mental capacity, study capacity to actually give that what it needs to get. There's a lot of times too, like I have noticed that as I carrying and doing all the things, it's like I'm not giving all the things all that they need. And that's okay. It's I can't do 5 things right now, even though I can mentally. And am I really giving what needs the focus? The focus. So let me shift back. Let me pull back. Let me only focus on these 3 right now and let those 2 know I see you. You are important and I care about you, but I'll be back. Wait on me, friend. And that's a part of your processing. That's a part of your capacity building, because what you're actually doing is you're strengthening your focus, you're strengthening your capability. And if you don't realize it, you're actually growing your capacity, because you're saying, I'm focusing everything on here. So the things that this is teaching, this is learning, I'm actually able to grasp them, to bring them in. And then you develop those habits, you strengthen your systems so that your capacity actually grows. Is everything that matters actually supposed to matter right now? That's a huge one to differentiate, because we can give so much attention, capacity, resources, energy to something that matters, but it doesn't deserve that time, that space on the docket. Other things need to take priority. And it's important that we recognize them, we capture them, we log them, we designate them to when they do matter in the calendar or on the time frame or a parking lot. Is this an active parking lot? Is this something that really doesn't need this month? Is this something that's next season? Is this something that is an idea, but it's not for me to actually facilitate? It's just for me to recognize it and just hold it. I'm not even going to put it on a parking lot. I'm just going to put it on a acknowledged board. And those are things that help us, because they also strengthen our capacity, because we're still focused on what we need to focus on, and our capacity isn't being stretched by something that just came up, but it doesn't actually take precedence right now. And I'll give you an example. Today I was actually getting dressed, and I was already like mentally, I need a moment. I need a moment. So I called my mom to tell her about the hummingbird, my funny hummingbird little food mixture that I made, because I felt like I kept seeing them like back to back. I've seen like 10 appearances, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to focus, and I'm going to go make the hummingbird food that my mom and I just talked about last night. And I put it up on the docket. I took it from something I was going to do one day to something that I said I'll do soon to something that I said I'm going to do right now. So I did it. I mixed it up. I was like, ooh, that was like less than 5 minutes. That was quick. I go get the chain and the things to go hang it. And I come back. All the hummingbird, all the sugar mixture that I just made is gone. It's not even in the feeder. It's all on the table. It's on my papers. It's on my notebook. It's on my clipboard. So now I'm stopping to clean that up. Then I come and let it dry. Then I go wipe it off, and then I go grab a paper. Now it's sticky. So I altered something that was on the list to shift it up. Costs me more time, more brain power, because now I have to figure out, how am I going to get the stuff out of the notebook that's smeared? Also, how am I going to get the sticky off of that, because that can't be wiped with a Clorox wipe. It was on a docket. It shouldn't have been upped in the docket, because it mattered, but I shouldn't have let the presence of all of them coming so repeatedly and quickly be like they want their food. They can go eat somewhere else. I'm just going to enjoy the beauty. And they still kept coming. So it's not like they were just saying, Elizabeth, stop what you're doing. Elizabeth, give us some sugar water. Elizabeth, where's our hummingbird feeder? Elizabeth, we see you looking at us, looking at you, looking at us, looking at you. What actually deserves your right now is the question to help you maintain your capacity. Some things don't actually need to be completed today. They just need to be properly placed so you can faithfully execute what does need to be done today. I will see you guys Wednesday for Pep Rally. Bye, good people.